Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Anessa and I'm an author from Toronto, Canada, and I publish under the pen name A.N. Sage. I write fantasy, mystery, a lot of YA, and currently I'm in the middle of a longer cozy mystery, paranormal cozy mystery for adults. Now, if you want to see more videos about the process of writing, some behind the scenes, what it takes to be an author in today's kind of landscape of writing, both on the indie side and on the traditional side, as I am hybrid published, then make sure that you are subscribed and that you hit the bell notification so you don't miss any upcoming videos. As you may notice, if you have been watching this channel, we're in a different spot. I have switched over my office. I'll talk about that in a little bit because we are doing an author chat video today. So what's an author chat video if you haven't seen one before? Basically, it is me, an author, chatting with you about updates, what's going on, some changes I'm making, why I'm making them, anything you can look forward to if you do read my books, and then just giving you some kind of life updates so you can see more of what happens behind the scenes when it comes to publishing and writing and all that good stuff. And just being a creative entrepreneur, because as you may know, there's a lot of other stuff that I do. Bear with me. I am still getting settled in the space, so I'm trying to figure out like what the best filming solution is, but I'm in love with it. So what's behind me right now, and I'll talk about why we did the move in a second, this is our new library wall. I've always wanted to have a huge library wall, and we have created one in our dining area, which is great for filming because A, the lighting in here is chef's kiss. There's like a huge window over here that lights everything. We've got like a white wall that bounces the light, and then I can set up more lighting in front. So, the better to see me with. But I also have a table in front of me. So if I'm doing like planner videos or books that I want to show you, everything's in front of me, and I can put my coffee right here. Which is also great because you know me and coffee, I love it. And I can display my own books. So there's like a whole shelf of some of my books, not all of them. They couldn't all fit because I would take up like way too much space. And just some of my favorite book covers and everything around. We'll do like a library wall tour as well, or maybe some bookshelf tours for the shorts for this channel. But I'm super excited to be in this lovely space that I absolutely adore now. Before it was just like a white wall on our dining table. So this is such a huge improvement. I'm so excited. So why did we do the move? Because as you know, I had my own office. We are living in a 2-bedroom plus condo. It's on 2 levels, which is great. So it feels almost like a townhouse. But we did have a kid about 1.5 years ago. She's 1.5 years. I can't believe how fast time is flying, but she's 1.5 years now. She definitely needs her own room. It took us a while to kind of get through a sleeping schedule. So it took us a while to switch her over. And because I have a lot of junk, right? So it took us even longer. But we moved my witchy setup and my desk into our bedroom, which is pretty big, and I'll do a tour, an updated desk tour soon. And then I moved all of my shipping and packing and all my glitter fritter, which is my illustration, my cute witchy illustration shop for stickers and bookmarks and all that stuff. I moved that over into an area that's kind of like a laundry room / storage room. It's pretty big. I'm making it sound really like kind of terrorizing, but it's not like a basement room or whatever. It's a proper bedroom that happens to have a laundry machine in it, but it also has like wall-to-wall storage and shelving, which is perfect for me to store like signed copies, shipping supplies, like everything I could need for crafting, for like extra drawing, for all the shop like stock and everything. So that's all there. And the bookcases, I had 2 of these bookcases at either end here. We could move them downstairs with all of my books and all of our combined books and add another one to create a full wall. And I've always wanted this. I mean, I wanted an entire room of books. So, you know, I'm still trying to convince my husband that that's the way to go here, but we'll see if he'll go for it. But yeah, so that was the big move. And now my daughter has her own little princess room and she loves it. And it's been working out fantastically. And surprisingly, I actually don't mind having my desk in our bedroom because A, I can work for longer, and B, because the space is so big, I feel like I got to downsize a lot as well, which was nice because I needed to do that. Because like I said, I had a lot of junk. So I threw out a bunch of stuff. I donated stuff. I sold stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Like it was a whole thing. But I am loving this, like this whole setup for filming and talking to you guys and just doing like maybe like Zoom meetings and things like that. Any conferences that I'm a part of. I think this background is just so clutch that I'm so excited to be here. I'm kind of looking at the camera like a little bit to see, because I can say that the way I set it up right now, it's like slightly angular. So hopefully I can fix that in post. But if not, hopefully this doesn't bother you now that I pointed it out. So that was one big thing that happened. It took about a week to do this move. It was a very strenuous process to move everything from 2 floors up, build all these cases, arrange the books, decorate and build stuff for her room, figure out my new desk space because I had to get a new desk. I had to like move all my stuff around. All the storage stuff had to be like reworked. So it was a lot of work and I had to take a lot of time off work to do it. And so now I'm basically playing catch up. So what does that mean for my writing project? So I am working, I don't know if you guys saw my announcement. I made an announcement on social media, but Orchard Hollow, which is my paranormal cozy mystery series, was actually taken on for another 3 books. So that's super exciting. So my publisher has signed on for another 3 books for that series. And I just can't wait because I have a lot of plans for that series and where it's going to go. I'm hoping we can take it even further, but we'll see how the total 6 does before we do anything else. And as you know, I have just fairly recently been acquired by OHB, by a publisher. And so it's been a bit of a process because we have to figure out where the books sit, how they perform, which one performs better, where kind of the efforts should go. And I absolutely love working with OHB. They're such a fantastic publisher and such a great partner that I couldn't ask for anything better. They really care about the books and they care about their authors, and it's like an experience unlike any other. So I'm super happy, but it does take time to kind of get settled in. And that sometimes takes a toll financially until you get kind of to the spot where you need to be, because obviously I am going from being indie published and doing everything myself, but also just taking the full cut myself to a completely different system of working, of writing, of editing, of putting books out there, of getting paid, you know, so it is a transition period. And usually that transition period, I would say, could be anywhere between 4 months to almost a year when you're going from indie to being traditionally published. In my case, I'm still staying hybrid published because I'm also currently working on another project, which I've talked about before and I'll briefly mention again in a bit. So for Orchard Hollow, what's going on there? Right now, I have just gone off submission with Killing Grinds, which is the 3rd book. And that book is just gone through a few rounds of edits. It just finished its proofreading round. And so it is getting formatted and then it's going out there. And we're ready because that date has been moved up. Originally, we were going to publish it in the new year, but because I was able to finish it faster because I was working my little butt off to do that, we have actually, oh my God, I forgot what I was saying because I just got an email on my watch. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Train of thought. So we have actually moved up that date. The publication date is now at the end of November, and that is super exciting. So if you want to pre-order it and help support the series, then the link is below. I'll put a link directly to the book, to Killing Grinds, and it's the 3rd in the series. A Grave Verse is the 1st, but they're cozy mysteries, so everything is wrapped up in one book except kind of like the overarching mystery. So you don't have to read them in a row. It is more entertaining if you do, but you can read just one off if you want to. So with that out of the way, I'm taking the month of September off. And then in October, I am starting to work and plot the 4th book because that is going to be my NanoWrimo project. So I already set up my NanoWrimo project. There is no cover. I'm not revealing any titles, nothing like that, because we're not ready for that yet. But that's the project I'll be working on. So now that's coming up next year instead. And so during October, during November and December, I am working on that 4th book in Orchard Hollow. But in September, since I'm taking time off, I figured I might as well use this time to catch up on the Gilded Queens, which is my indie project. That project, I was on Patreon with it. I have recently made the switch over to Ream, and one of our viewers here has actually asked me on Instagram to make a video about why I made the switch, and I will make that video. But because I just switched over, I kind of want to give it time. I haven't even done anything on the platform. I don't even have any followers. I don't have any subscribers. I'm basically just finished setting it up. And so I'm moving it over there because I think that Ream, A, it's new, B, it's created by authors for authors, and I really, really want to support that. And also because Patreon has had people that have been leaving it by waves. Patreon refuses to alter their platform. They don't really grow. They've stayed the same for years and years and years. Their system, the back end, all that stuff. And while that's great for some things, I think it doesn't necessarily lend itself to serial publishing, which is exactly what the Gilded Queens is. It's basically early release chapters before books go to get published. And then different tiers might even get signed copies. There's a lot of swag that I put out for different tiers, depending on which tier you're subscribed to. It's a portal fantasy. It is kind of like a mix of urban and epic fantasy, but there's a portal to another basically realm. It's one of the funnest books I think I've written. I'm very, very excited for this one. I'm very excited for the story. I love the characters. There's going to be 4 different main characters, all female protagonists, queens. Because the main concept of the story is every century 4 queens must die. And that's the tagline, and that's kind of where it all stems from. So if you want to read it, there's some chapters out on Wattpad as well. The first book would likely be available fully on Wattpad, but it'll take some time to roll it out because I'm slow releasing it there to kind of drive into the Ream subscription and all the extra stuff that you can get that way. And it's also on Royal Road in the same slow kind of release schedule. So if you want to check it out for free, see if it's up for you, and then kind of get a teaser before subscribing, then I have it linked below. So that's the writing stuff. So we got the move, we got the writing stuff. That's out of the way. All the other stuff. So what else is happening? So I've been taking on a lot of editing projects. So I'm doing a lot more editing right now. I have just opened up developmental editing for the end of the year. And I'm going to see where it's at in the new year. So that is taking up some time. I also am doing a lot more beta reading. So I do beta reading on Fiverr. I do it. So the reason I do it on Fiverr is because a lot of beta readers kind of work off Fiverr. So it made sense to do it there and not through my own platform. Also because the way I beta read is I beta read as a developmental editor. And so you get a lot more bang for your buck. So I figured I could stand out there a bit more that way. And just to general expand kind of the clientele. So I'm doing that. I'm doing the editing. And then with the courses for design, so I'm still working on cover design, of course. I'm concentrating more on pre-mates right now because then I don't know kind of where my time will get sucked into writing wise and editing wise. And so I'm doing mostly pre-mates right now. I am still taking some customs and continuations for clients that we've already started working with. But I'm slowing that down a little bit. With the courses on that side, I think what's going to happen is I'm going to keep enrollment open for the main fantasy course until the end of the year. And then I'm going to have stages and periods when you can enroll in the course. Because it is like an evergreen course, but I think I need some time next year to kind of add to it. Add some mini courses to it maybe. And so I will need to close the course down in order to do that. And I think so having small batches of enrollment periods will just make it a bit easier for me to do that and just give more value for the people who are actually involved. So there won't be any more sales on that course. I might do a 1-day kind of flash sale for Boxing Day, but we'll see. So Anyways, that's kind of what's going on there. With Glitter Fritter, I am currently working on the Halloween drop. So for October, the shop's going to have like a bunch of designs. I want to have 3 new sticker sheet designs, collection designs, and I want to have another bookmark, if not 2 bookmark designs, because bookmarks have been selling really, really well there. And they're kind of like witchy and spooky, so it would be perfect for Halloween. So I want to do like a haunted house one, and maybe another like different potions one or some kind of witchy one. So that's the plan for Glitter Fritter. And I only have a few weeks left to do all of this. So we're really cutting it close here. I mean, to be honest, the move took a lot out of me, and it was a time suck. It took a lot of time out of me. So I found myself that I would have to work a lot after hours during the move in different places in the house, because obviously nothing was set up. And just in general, like I got lucky in that my dad was actually on vacation at the same time that we were doing this move. So I could work with him during the day for a whole week, but that meant I couldn't just leave him alone to help stuff because he's older. And also it's not fair. It's our move. So while my husband was at work, I had to spend a lot of time with my dad and moving stuff and taking stuff apart and fixing things and changing lamps and all of this stuff. So that took a long time. And so now I'm playing catch up with everything else. Essentially, and that's what I'm working on. So that's been kind of like the catch up here. I have been updating my planners too. So expect some new planner videos. So I've switched back to a bullet journal again, because I really, really like it. And because I ordered this phenomenal, like I pre-ordered this phenomenal bullet journal for next year. And I'm just super excited to use it. It's from Archer and Olive. And it's one of their like Halloween collection ones. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. And so I figured, you know what, like if I'm going to be using one next year, and that bullet journal is so special, I think, and so beautiful, I don't want to ruin it. So I'm just started bullet journaling in one that I already had to kind of figure out what my system is going to be for next year ahead of time. And I am figuring it out. I like it. You know me in planning. I love to plan. So that's what I've been up to. That's kind of like the author chat for this week. Let me know if there's anything specific you want me to talk about for a future video or for a future author chat. Or if you have any ideas for videos. The Ream one will be coming up, Ream Stories. I will link my subscription down below if you want to check it out, if you want to help support or any of that. But if you want to hear anything else, anything specific to authoring, writing, illustrating, being a creative business owner, anything like that, make sure you comment below and let me know so that I can add it to the list. I have a whole running list of like videos to do, and I'm trying to keep it updated and get more to it so I can keep you guys entertained. But otherwise, as always, thank you so much for being a part of this community. Thank you for everybody who subscribed. Thank you for watching this video. You guys are really like, these videos really keep me going. I really enjoy this. I feel like I get to chat with you all. And I know you're not sitting right there in front of me, but it does feel like that sometimes when I'm just over here talking to a camera. So thanks for hanging out with me, I guess, for the short time that we have every week. So with that said, as always, I hope you stay magical, and I will see you next week for another video. Bye.